This is the hardest GMAT Data Insights practice question in the Target Test Prep program, with 94% of test takers getting it wrong. Will you be one of them? I'm Erika with Target Test Prep, and today I'm going to show you how this extra hard GMAT DI problem is solved. If you want to try this question on your own, I'll go ahead and show what the table looks like sorted by each column. You can pause the video and click between the various versions of the table to solve before coming back here. All right, the first thing we're going to notice is that this is a table analysis question. This might surprise some people because it's rarely test takers' least favorite data insights question type, but the top two most missed DI questions in the TTP program are both table analysis, so don't underestimate them. Okay, we are looking to answer whether or not each of three statements are true based on the information given in the table. Before we jump into those statements, though, let's get a feel for the information we're being given. The blurb above the table tells us that this is data about interns who participated in a summer internship program at a consulting company, each of whom was given an exam and mentor score at the end of the program. We also know that every intern who scored above the median in both dimensions, exam and mentor, was offered a permanent position at the company. The table itself has 4 columns, one for the interns' names, one for their undergraduate majors, one for their exam scores, and one for their mentor scores. Now, we know from the blurb that median will be an important value for each of the 2 scores, so we should note that to find median for our score columns, we would sort them in ascending order and then find the middle value, or since we have an even 16 number of rows, the average of the 2 middle values. While we don't have to find either of our median values right now, acknowledging that we will do this can help us avoid making silly mistakes like forgetting to sort or instead finding the mean or mode. Looking at our statements, Statement 1 indicates that finance was the only undergraduate major category in which every intern had an above median exam score. Okay, so to evaluate this, we need to find our median exam score, so we'll sort by exam score and count in to find our 2 middle values, which are 79 and 81, which average to give us a median exam score of 80. With the table still sorted by exam score, we can look to verify the truth of our statement. And while we see that other and accounting both have interns with exam scores below median, finance also has an intern with a below median exam score. So finance is not the only undergraduate major category in which every intern had an above median exam score, because there are no undergraduate major categories in which every intern had an above median exam score. Moving on to Statement 2, we are evaluating whether the proportion of mentor scores that were above the median was greater for interns with accounting undergrad majors than for interns with finance undergrad majors. So to evaluate this, we need to find our median mentor score. So we'll sort by mentor score and once again count in to find our 2 middle values, which here are 70 and 72, averaging to give us a median mentor score of 71. With the table still sorted by mentor score, we can count how many interns in our relevant undergraduate majors have scores above the median. For accounting, we see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 out of 6 interns have above median mentor scores, while for finance, we see that 1, 2, 3 out of 4, 5, 6 interns have above median mentor scores. So the proportion of mentor scores that were above the median is in fact greater for accounting interns than for finance interns. This hasn't been too bad so far. Finally, in Statement 3, we are asked to determine the truth of the statement, no interns in the undergrad major category of other were offered a permanent position at the company. This calls back to the blurb, which tells us that interns with above median exam and mentor scores were offered a permanent position. We know from our previous work that we're looking for an above 80 exam score and an above 71 mentor score for both to be above median. There are a couple ways that we can sort the table to look at this one, but since I'm already sorted by mentor score, I'll go ahead and start here. And what I see is that all of the interns with an other undergraduate major have mentor scores below the median. So regardless of exam score, no interns in the undergrad major category of other will have both an above median exam and mentor score, because none of them have above median mentor scores. At this point, the vast majority of test takers pick yes. And that is wrong. But why? Well, let's remember what we're doing. We're evaluating whether these statements are definitively true. So we are bringing data sufficiency and critical reasoning logic to bear here. And in data sufficiency or critical reasoning, must be true is a high threshold to cross, especially when we have strong language like no interns, 0 interns. So let's pause for a second. We know that every intern who scored above the median in both dimensions was offered a permanent position at the company. Do we know that only those interns were offered a permanent position at the company? No, we don't. It could be that above median exam and mentor scores are sufficient, but not necessary, such that candidates with them are guaranteed a permanent position, while candidates who do not meet this bar are reviewed on a case-by-case basis. And this is the statement that makes this question so hard. Test takers are prepared for these kinds of logic games on DS and CR, but they don't necessarily expect them when they're also analyzing a table. This is compounded by the fact that the hard statement is the last of 3 statements, the first 2 of which weren't super hard, and maybe more importantly, were math-focused on the statistical concept of median. Test takers then go into the third statement, having seen the word median, expecting more of the same. So the answer here is, in fact, no. And the moral of this question is to keep your guard up. With some hard questions, you feel the difficulty and you kind of know when you're getting them wrong. But a lot of the hardest questions make you think you're getting them right. Don't let them trick you. Know that logical reasoning is fundamental to this entire test and look for it everywhere. Were you in the 6% who got this question right? Brag about it in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe for more like it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.